Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is December 31st, 2021. It is also Friday, the last day of the year. Unbelievable. We actually have the sun out today. I'm going to kick this over here so you can see the sun. Now I wanted to show you, okay, so here's this plane here flying at the same exact height as some of these other planes, but the difference is the exhaust from this plane is disappearing almost as quickly as it can. So I've had people tell me, oh, well, it's because these planes are at different heights and that's why it is and blah, blah, blah. But it's really weird if I'm looking at that. I'm not seeing that with this plane. Wow, it's very bizarre. But anyway, that's interesting. I just thought that I would share that with you guys. Oh, all right. What I'm going to do in this video, we're going to do a year in review of 2021. What we've done here with the homestead, what is going to be going on here in the future, our plans for, next year. We're going to have a lot going on, obviously. So, but it was a very busy year this year. Very, very busy year. But they always are. So we started out the year, guys. I knew that I wanted to make some more raised beds. I had got a load of stone in here. I think it was like in March, and then it was partially frozen, and so it was just an absolute pain dealing with that. But these things happen. So what we started out doing this year is I extended the gravel out this way, and I made these 3 beds back in the spring and got them done. We utilized the greenhouse also in the spring and got started growing. I think we started actually like in February, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly when it was, and some plants were successful and some were not. And but we got that started. We actually planted early this year. We started, so for New York State, you generally don't plant until the end of May, because you still can get a frost in that time frame. But the weather had been so decent, we actually planted 2 weeks early. So we planted in mid-May, and it ended up working out really, really well for us, and we had a great crop this year and got that done. So one of the other things that we had to do this year is we had a load of composted cow manure over here that ended up going into the raised beds this year, but we cleaned out the front of this as well this year. And so that was a big step. Makes the property look a lot bigger, makes it look a lot better, and so that was a really good thing that we got done this year. Also this year, I ended up going down to West Virginia, as a lot of you know, and I bought a second property. So, then we started trying to get things squared away a little bit down there, and also, got the camper down there this year, and so we're set up for the spring and looking forward to that. It's really, really nice today. I'll be honest with you as well. Really nice today. It is probably 40 degrees, I think, right now. I think they said it's going up to 46 today, so not bad at all. Not bad at all. But, we are sitting at 97,800 subscribers, so we are 2,200 away from 100,000. So that has been amazing, watching the channel continue to grow. I do want to thank all of you for all of your support with that as well. It's been, like I said, it's been okay, let's look at this plane here, guys. So we got that plane right there. There's nothing. There's no exhaust behind it. What's up with that? I want someone to explain that to me. And then we have another plane over here that's higher, right? The higher plane giving off the exhaust, but it's not making a trail behind it because it's dissipating right away. So I would like somebody to explain that to me. You got that plane there at that height, and that's usually the height where you see the condensation trails, the big long trails that they do. So why isn't that plane doing that? You know what I mean? So, and then the plane that was over here had nothing. That was very bizarre. So anyway, that was interesting. But no, we're ending out the year with a nice sunshiny day, which is a beautiful thing. I will take that every day of the week. It's been a good year. You know, I traveled a lot this year. Traveled a lot this year. I think I ended up making a grand total of 5 trips down to West Virginia. Between going down, Heather and I went down earlier in the year looking for property, and we ended up finding our property. You know, and then it took a little bit of time to get everything coordinated, and you know, and then we had to go back down for the closing. And then after we closed, then I was making a couple of trips down there, you know, to work on the property a little bit. And so that was fun. It was a lot of work, you know, and then Dennis and I went down and marked trees, and now come to find out I'm not planning on logging after all. But that's okay. You know, we got to climb over every inch of the property with that adventure. So, you know, now I know exactly, you know, what I have on my 25 acres down there. It has been, like I said, it's been an incredible, amazing journey. I never would have anticipated that, yep, I'm going to go and get this second property, and most likely, depending on what's going on, there's a lot going on. We have to sit down with Becky when she gets back, but we're going to be figuring some stuff out, and it's looking like we will be putting this property up for sale. And, you know, if we can do that, and then, you know, probably in the spring, it may be a major move. Oh my God. I just think about the logistics of that. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. But that's okay. We'll get everything figured out. We'll get it all squared away, and we will go from there. But yeah, oh my God. Just thinking about it, it's just like, I remember, okay, so before we had moved out here, I had downsized my house, like ridiculously downsized. So when we moved out here, we had the 37-foot camper, and we had the shop. That's it, okay? And so I had, like, that shop was all full, the camper was full, and now I look at it and I go, okay, I got my house, which is completely full of stuff. The shop is completely full of stuff. The motorcycle room, that's completely full of stuff. I mean, it's just like, it is a nightmare. It's just like, it's to move everything. The greenhouse has all kinds of stuff in it. The battery room has all kinds of stuff. The other storage building behind the house has all kinds of stuff in it. To move everything is going to be an absolute nightmare, just a nightmare. But that's okay. What are you going to do? You know, that happens. That's part of it, and we will deal with it as we go. But the situation will be what it's going to be. But I am really, really excited for this upcoming year, and you know, getting things going. And if we do put this on the market and sell it, you know, and starting completely fresh in West Virginia, you know, that'll be a good thing, because then I'll have the money from here to put into the property down there, and that's always a good thing. It's always a good thing. So, oh my goodness, yeah. So anyway, we're getting there. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be quite the adventure, and I am absolutely looking forward to it. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of work, but a lot of fun, and you know, getting things going down there. But this year has been, you know, with everything going on in the world, and all the craziness, you know, I'll be honest with you. I've just lived my life. I've continued to do what I wanted to do. I don't let somebody dictate to me what I can and cannot do. As you guys know, I went to Sturgis this year. And you know, if you're new to the channel, maybe you didn't know that, but so this year, so we started out the year in January. Heather and I and her boyfriend at the time went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. went on vacation in January. And I'm not going to be doing that this year. I'm not taking a vacation in January just because there's going to be a lot going on here this year coming up. But we went on vacation. And then, my buddy was going out to Sturgis, and he asked me if I wanted to ride out with him. And I'm like, yeah, the longest I had ever rid in a day before Sturgis was about 250 miles. And Sturgis is 1,500 miles away. So we were averaging, just about 500 miles a day. And so, we did that and got out to South Dakota, and we stayed in Rapid City, and that was a great adventure. Went out to Wyoming, went to Devil's Tower. Just a lot of fun, Oh, it was a really enjoyable ride. I enjoyed, being with my buddy, and we were riding together. We rode really well together, and we just had a really good time, But that was an adventure. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. I hope so. I would do it again this upcoming year, to be honest with you. But it was definitely fun. It was a trip to be out there and to see everything and to do all that. And you get into South Dakota and the speed limit's 80 miles an hour. So you're running 85, 90 miles an hour on a bike. Not for a short period of time, but for hundreds of miles. That's pretty wild. I'll be honest with you. I liked that a lot. But it's and then making the trip down to West Virginia and buying the property and starting the new adventure and everything like that. Very exciting. I'm really, really looking forward to this next chapter. And I have a decent group of people are ready to start. I've been talking to other people that want to be involved as well, and it's looking very, very positive. And put together the right people and see what happens, and we'll go from there. And but it's going to be a fun year, I think, coming up, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you all. Hitting that 100,000 mark for subscribers is going to be wild as well, because of course then as soon as I hit 100,000 subscribers, I will be getting the tattoo STD, Step Thing and Day tattoo on me, because I've been saying that for a while. But I'm going to definitely do that. That'll be fun. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but we'll figure it out. But anyway, it's just going to be an interesting year, and I'm absolutely looking forward to it. Can't wait. It's going to be quite the adventure. But I wanted to just I want to thank my moderators that come into my live streams. Every show that I do. Oh yeah, and I will be live streaming tonight as well at 8 o'clock. Just so you know. But they come in there and they support the channel, and they don't get paid for that, and it's very, very much appreciated, and it's been a wonderful experience. And it's just, like I said, this whole adventure, I came out here and had no clue whatsoever, to be honest with you. I didn't realize how hard it was going to be. I didn't realize how much work was going to be involved, but it has been transforming this property into what it is now from what it was. If you go back and look at the early videos of when we first bought the property, it's night and day, absolutely night and day. And the last couple of years we've been obviously much more active and getting things done, and so that part has been very, very cool as well. But now, it looks like I'll be starting all over again in West Virginia, and I'll be honest with you, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to put New York State in my rearview mirror, and just go from there, and just get on with my life, and and our adventure, and see what happens. But it's going to be a fun ride. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a fun ride. It's going to be very, very interesting. But I'm excited. I really, really am excited. So should be fun. Like I said, there will be bumps in the road. I have absolutely no doubt about that. Nothing ever goes smoothly or the way that you want it. That's another fact that always happens. But like I said, it will come together, and I know it will. So it's just going to be banging stuff out, keeping busy, and those type of things. So it's going to be an interesting year. But again, I want to thank all of you again for all the support. in this last year. It has been, like I said, quite the adventure, and it's been a good year. It's been a good year. So I'm super excited about next year and where things lead and what happens. Can't wait for the end of March to get here. I'll be honest with you. I'm chomping at the bit now, and it's still December. I've been chomping at the bit. I'll be honest with you. The weather's been decent. I mean, I could have been down there working on stuff. You know what I mean? So that's like in my head. I'm like, could have been down there. Could have been working on stuff. But like I said, it'll all come together. It'll all come together. I have to be patient, and it'll all work out the way it's supposed to work out. And now I'm a big believer in that. Everything, it does. So anyway, I hope you guys are having. I hope your year's been good, and I hope your plans in the future come to fruition. And you work methodically at it, folks, and it will. That's just what I know from my own experience. Never give up attitude is a good thing. So there's Miss Molly, of course. All right, guys, so I've been talking enough on here. I'm going to jump off. I got some things I want to do, but I will be live streaming tonight, so I will hopefully see you all then. It's been a fun year, quite the adventurous year. I can tell you what, I traveled more this year than I've ever traveled ever in my life. So it's been wild, but I'm looking forward. Oh Jesus! Yeah, Ma. Okay, thank you. She's a trip. She can't wait to go. She can't wait to go to West Virginia. Mom's like, yeah, I'm in. I'm ready. So anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race, and that's really important. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching your goals is you. And yes, my sign will go with me to West Virginia if I move out of here completely. It's got to come with me. So anyway, guys, I will see you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.